Most colleges and universities are engaging in something called internationalization of curricula. And the idea is that many universities realize their place in globalization, and that it's not just partnering with other universities and colleges around the world or accepting international students to come to our campuses, but really embracing the idea that we are creating global citizens through our educational process. So how do we take our students today and make them leaders for tomorrow? And one way that may be the most effective is to match coursework about cultures and the history and the economic and political dimensions of different parts of the world, and then placing students in those parts of the world, and doing it in a way that what Sergeant Shriver, who founded the Peace Corps, says, it's really the sandals on the ground. So it's not going and sitting in a classroom in another university in another country, but it's putting those students out into the community to work with those host country members, to understand that culture, to understand that economy, to understand that political and social history.
I think students benefit from doing civic engagement work, whether it's domestic or international, because primarily what these experiences do is take students out of their comfort zone. Whether they're working in Durham, North Carolina, or in Haiti, and we have programs in both places, students confront people who are different than themselves. They confront obstacles that they need to somehow deal with. They think they can't overcome that obstacle. They do, and they emerge on the other side transformed, both in terms of the self-awareness that they have, that is understanding their strengths and weaknesses better, but also with a renewed sense of self-efficacy, that is that they can do something about the problems that they see in the world. So I think we're creating young leaders, we're creating global citizens, and we're creating a generation who will be deeply committed to civic engagement work, whether they're investment bankers or working for Teach for America.
Many are examining both the impact that Peace Corps and other forms of service have had on volunteers, but even more importantly on communities. There's been a dearth historically of impact and end outcome research, so we're adding to that body of literature, and at the same time looking at the significance of global service in our nation's public diplomacy.
One of the things that we hope is an outcome of the research that we do is really moving towards standards in the field, so that if you are in a host community and you would like international volunteers, for any number of reasons, perhaps to increase the cultural competency of your community members and your citizens, your staff, or to meet a critical technical need that you have, that you'll be able to look at different colleges and universities and see that they embrace a range of values or structures that have your best interest as the host community, that has your best interest in mind, and is not just looking for self-service to develop the students, but instead really will be approaching you as a partner.